Hey loves, it's your girl Lily, and I am back with another banger. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Before you do anything else, if you're new here, make sure you click that subscribe button and pound that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload something new. Now, to my OGs, welcome back. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. As y'all read by the title, you know what we're going to be talking about today. So, let's talk about it. Okay, y'all, so I switched up the camera because I thought the lighting is better right here. I know y'all can see me good. Hopefully y'all can hear me good. But anyway, so I want to talk about relationships and marriage and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to start with relationships. What do you look for in a relationship? This is just my opinion on things that I've done that worked and they didn't work. Okay? I'm going to be all the way 100 this whole video. So basically, if you're trying to date somebody or go out with them, the things that I was looking for is somebody who is honest. Like, honest. I don't care how bad the situation is. I need to know. I need to know. I cannot sleep if I don't know. Like, I need to know everything. Now, I completely understand that sometimes some things take time to say. You know, especially like, you know, you got friends who got bad, like, childhood trauma and things. That take a while for you to share with somebody, you know, especially if you don't know how far y'all gonna be. You don't know if this relationship is gonna be like a 2-week, y'all talk for 2 weeks and then it's over with. Or if this is somebody who you're gonna be with for 10, 15, 20 years or for the rest of your life. You just don't know. So I get that it takes time to share certain things. But eventually you guys should be comfortable enough to talk about stuff, because that's how you deepen your relationship and strengthen it. You learning more about that person, and you have to be willing to share as well. It can't just be this person giving you all the deep, juicy stuff, and then you're not doing anything or saying anything, you know. So it has to be a two-way street of being honest. They might tell you something that might hurt your feelings, but you got to be willing to listen. You can't say, I want you to be honest with me, and then they tell you, and then it's like, now you big mad. You can't do that if that's what you ask for. So me, I'm really blunt about stuff. Sometimes I can be a little too blunt, but I just like to have everything out on the table, literally everything. I put it all out there. What I was looking for is, okay, yeah, somebody to be honest with me. Be honest with me, because I'm going to be honest with you. Again, there's certain things that I might not share until I know that we're serious. But in the beginning, I'm going to be keeping all the way a buck. So, honesty, that's a big thing. And then next, I'm going to move into serious. When I date, I'm not dating because I'm just bored. I ain't got nothing else to do. No, I'm dating because I want something long term. I'm looking for longevity in a relationship, not something to just play around with. I'm not no toy. You're not going to play with me for a little bit and then take me back to the store. No, I don't work like that. This is not how it works. So I always look for somebody who's serious. And you can tell. You want to ignore the red flags if you want to, but you can tell in the beginning who you're dealing with. And so, yeah, so honesty, longevity, / being serious, somebody who's really serious. Like, are you really wanting to be in a relationship? You know, is this something that you just want to do to see if you're ready? You know, I ask a lot of questions too. Question them. I 50 question them like they're a child. I ask them everything, because I need to know from the beginning. Like, for example, I ask, you know, do you want to have kids? I ask that because it's a serious question. I know that might not be the best question for a first date. However, I told y'all I'm blunt and I like to know stuff. So I will ask, do you want kids? I say that because I know I want children. Now, if this man tells me, no, I don't want kids, you know, then that's something serious. In that moment, you know already, okay, this man said he don't want kids. And then y'all are 5 years later, married, and you want children. But he told you 5 years ago that he didn't want kids. So was you not listening? Or did you think like you could change his mindset? Like, no, it don't work like that. Now, some people feel like, okay, well, I can warm up to this. You know, it's a support thing. We give him 50-50, especially if you marry. It's definitely about 50-50. Yes, the man is the man of the house. He put his foot down about everything. However, Kami, you still have a voice. That's important too. It's not just he say it's this way and that's how it's gonna be. Yo, you as a woman, you have a voice as well. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever think like when you're married, you just can't say nothing and he just controls everything. Like, no, it's you have a big role in a marriage. He's not married by himself. He needs your support and your backing for stuff. So like when y'all making serious decisions, you have to be his support system. In the same way with you, if you have a serious decision you have to face, you know, you include your husband. You don't ever make a decision without talking to the other person, because that's a big argument, for real. So that goes back to what I said, being honest. Anyway, y'all, so look for the important key points. I mean, ask questions. You need to know what type of person you're dealing with. I think I said this in a video before. You know, you think asking somebody do they want kids, it's not that big of a deal. But it is if, like I said, you 5 years in a relationship and you 30 is pulling up on you and you ain't got no kids and you want some. Well, this man already told you, or woman, you know, maybe you a man who want kids and your woman don't, but she told you before and you wasn't really listening, or you thought that you could change her mindset. Like, no, it don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Some people just don't want kids, and you got to respect that. So you have to make the decisions in the beginning to like, do I want to, is this something I'm willing to deal with or sacrifice to be with this person? And that's important. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices, especially if you feel like, okay, this is somebody I can see myself growing with, somebody who's going to build me up and encourage me. I can build him up and encourage him. Like, y'all both have to be doing your part. And I know, guys, I'm only 25, but I'm very knowledgeable and I've dated enough people to know what I want. And I've seen enough other people's relationships and see what I don't want. you know, I don't want no type of man who's gonna be putting his hands on me physically. Like, that's not me. I've seen that already. So I took that down as a mental note. I don't want that for myself. I know I don't want that. You don't want somebody who's verbally abusive, breaking you down mentally because they're weak or they're dealing with something that they have to figure out on their own outside of you. But you're losing yourself into that person. You can't do that. It won't work. You're going to lose yourself, or this person might end up doing something to themselves or to you, and you don't need that. That's toxic. That's bad. It's bad. So just things like that I learned at an early age that I didn't want to deal with. So also, somebody's background, that has an effect on your relationship as well. You know, if you come from a background where one of your parents was on drugs or one of your parents was an alcoholic, in your mindset, you have that in your mindset. You know, that's some things that you've seen growing up. So you would literally, well, me personally, I just took mental notes. That's not something I want for myself, you know. And your parents try to instill in you all the morals and values and lessons that they've learned. But it's up to you as an adult, a young adult, to apply it. And really listen. You know, you have to listen. You have to be somebody who listens. You can't be big-headed all the time. Can't be arrogant. And like me, I have a problem with being a know-it-all, because I know I don't know everything, but I'm really smart. Like, I do know a whole lot of stuff. And it's crazy how much stuff I know. Like, just random stuff or deep things. I really know I have a good head on my shoulders. So sometimes that gets in the way. But I'm also humble enough to be like, you know what? I was wrong. I can apologize first. I can listen and understand how somebody feel and move on. Like, I'm mature enough to do that. So like I said, you can't be big-headed. You can't be arrogant all the time. Can't be stubborn, because that's just trifling, and that has an impact on your relationship and ultimately your future if you somebody who is serious and you want something that's long-term. And then another thing, self-respect. You know, twerking online, showing it all, showing your cleavage, you got a big butt, you want to do back shots all the time, taking pictures backwards. That's okay if that's what you want to do and that's the type of attention you want. It's good to be beautiful. It's good to be a queen. But it's nothing wrong with saving that for your man. You don't have to show the whole world. Maybe you feeling good, you want to look sexy, that's okay too. But every single day, you just got to be turned around backwards in all your photos. Like, your whole profile, you ain't got no pictures facing forward. Well, that's you putting an image on yourself. And you can't expect people to have a certain level of respect for you when you do things like that. And again, I'm not saying that means you trashy or you a thought because of how you take your pictures, but it does have an impact on your image from people looking at you. That's just the way that you're presenting yourself. So when somebody have a conclusion, you know, that's just gonna be there if that's the image that you want for yourself. So you guys have to think about stuff like that. And again, I know I'm young. I don't know everything. I wish I did, but I don't. So I'm just sharing with y'all some stuff that I know. And again, like I said, it's a good thing to have self-confidence and self-love, and you think you this and you think you the bomb. That's good, because some people have really low self-esteem, or they just don't like certain things about their body. But if you're one of them people who don't have body issues, like you love the way you look, you think you fine, you got an hourglass shape, kudos to you. But that's not something that you have to, every time somebody see you, they're already gonna know, like, she got a bad body, you know. That's not something that you have to advertise all the time on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, you feel beautiful one day, or you and your friends going out, or maybe you going out on a date and you want to step it up and look extra good, so you snapping it up for the gram. That's cool. That's a good thing. But my point is, wearing explicit clothing like all the time, that's not something that you should just always want to put out there. Or even, I know like people do the lingerie photo shoots. Again, that's a self-confidence and a self-love thing. You want to show off your curves sometimes, show off your shape. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying for the millionth time is that shouldn't be all that's over your page, because again, you're creating that image for you, for yourself. And then sometimes people don't want to have that level of respect that you're looking for, and it's because of what you put out, and you not doing it intentionally, but that's just how it looks, you know, just from somebody on the outside looking in. That's just how it looks. So think about that too. And self-care is important. You know, this is some hygiene. Make sure you're taking care of your hygiene, because all that comes with your confidence. You know, sometimes you don't feel like doing your hair, or you don't want to get out the bed because you're just having a bad day. Like me personally, on my cycle, I feel the dirtiest. So like I take more showers than I usually do. You know, I mean, I wash my butt every day, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying when I'm on my cycle, I just feel like, just all the time. So I'm constantly running to the bathroom, you know, just trying to freshen up, and it's just horrible. Or sometimes my cramps ain't no joke. Like my cramps have me laid out sometime, y'all, and I just can't move. Like I take pain medicine, take a hot bath. Sometimes that stuff, it really just don't work. My body is just like cramping, you know, the uterus is contracting. It's a lot that's going on. So it's just, sometimes it's just too much. And maybe that day I don't want to do my hair, I don't want to put on no earrings, I don't want to make a video. Like I just want to relax, stay home, stay in a bed all day. And you can do that. You can have those days, but that shouldn't be 365 days a year. You can't do that every day, because that's when the self-esteem drops. When you look good, it makes you feel good. You feel better. If you're having a real bad day and you looking like crap, but if you can do makeup and you go in that bathroom and beat your face, you know what I'm saying? You already done took a shower, you done came out, did your makeup, your outfit looks good, you're gonna want to go somewhere because you feeling good, because you look good. So those things go hand in hand. So make sure you're taking care of your body and yourself, because again, that plays a role in how people see you. You don't want to be the stinky girl. You don't want to be the funky dude. And a grown man, that is ridiculous, okay? Because men stink. They stink. Even the clean ones, they stink. And you, like I said, women do too. You don't want to be you don't want to be the stinky friend, y'all. You don't want to be funky. And when you grown, you should already be taking care of your hygiene anyway. But I'm mainly speaking on the bad days, or like the depression. Everybody deals with depression and struggles. Just day-to-day life happens to everybody. Losing a loved one, that can have an impact on you. But still, try your best to, you know what, maybe you took 2 days and you was like, you didn't get out the bed, you just wasn't feeling it. Maybe you just lost your granny or your brother or your sister or a child. It's tough. You know, you might be in the house for 2 weeks and not really go nowhere, just barely having an appetite. But try to come on up out of that. Come on up out of that, because you're going to spiral downward if you don't. And that has an impact on you. You don't want your body getting sick because you're not getting enough nutrients, because you're not eating. Ultimately, that has an impact on you. So I'm not saying don't stress, because it's impossible. Everybody has stress. Everybody's struggling. Unless you're rich, you know what I'm saying? But even rich people struggle with things. So just make sure that you always try to at least take some time out for you. Me time. Take care of yourself, your body. Do that bath, that shower, that bubble bath. Sip you a glass of wine. Just, even if you're not going nowhere, still just that bath will make you feel so good. And that shower make you feel good. Even if you want to put back on a clean robe and just walk around in your house butt naked or without the robe, you know, but do that for you. Do it for you. Make yourself a nice meal. Cook yourself a steak. Y'all know I don't eat meat anymore, but cook yourself a steak. Ain't no special occasion. It's just your self-care. Do whatever you want to do, but keep yourself feeling good and in good spirits. And the whole dating thing, it'll come and it happen for you. It's not something that everybody need. You know, let's talk about being single. It's okay to be single. Nobody says you have to be in a relationship and you have to get married. You have to have kids. You got to have this big time career. Like, no, it's not that. It's okay to be single. You can do what you want to do. You can talk to whoever you want to talk to. And I'm not saying that when you marry, you can't talk to nobody. But what I'm saying is you don't have to worry about the day-to-day things. Like, you know, like for me, I'm married. So when my husband get off work, I like to make sure he has a hot meal, whether it's takeout or I sweated and slaved over that kitchen and cooked a hot meal for him. I want him to have something to eat because he been working all day, and half that money from that check is, I already know it is mine anyway. The other half is going to our bills. So that's just a way that I show my appreciation for him. I just try to make sure that he has a hot meal, you know, and he respects the days when I don't feel like cooking. Another thing, I try to make sure that he comes home to a clean house. This house ain't gonna be clean 365 days a year now, but it's gonna be clean about 360, 350. You know, and that's again because sometimes I have a life too. I'm not a robot. I don't have to cook and clean every single day. I just do those things because that's what I choose to do. But again, he never says, well, what you gonna cook? What we gonna eat? Like, it's never nothing like that. Again, this is just my own personal thing of what I like to do for my man. Just catering to him because he caters to my needs. So y'all gotta be on the same page with stuff like that. And another thing about relationships, I know y'all done went all the way on and on and on. Okay, so I told y'all I was looking for honesty, longevity, and then now is kind of goes hand in hand with longevity, commitment, and future plans, future goals. You know, are we gonna be married? I want to be married. I always let a man know that I want to be married. I know this is our first date, and I'm not saying I want to go get married tomorrow, but I'm saying eventually I want to get married. I don't want it to be 2 months from now, but I don't want it to be 20 years later either. I'm not gonna, personally, I ain't gonna stick around that long. With me, you got about good 5, if that, and then we can get married. I'm not telling y'all to go rush into a marriage. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying don't be playing house. You know, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Y'all know what that means. So make sure that you have something to bring to the table and offer somebody before you just have this long list of expectations that nobody's ever going to meet everything on your list. That's unreal. Nobody is perfect. You ain't perfect. So how you going to expect your man to be perfect or your woman to be perfect? You tripping. Step back. It's not going to happen that way. It's not going to happen like that. I'm telling y'all, it's not going to happen. It's a good thing to have a man who can support you financially. Let's say, you know, y'all been dating for 2.5 years and you just lose your job. You've been working at this job since you was 18 and now they just cut you off like a bad habit. And you just like, wow, I put in all this work and all this time. My rent is due. I got one more check coming, but this is right after Christmas. So I was off for a couple of days. So this check is about to be short. Oh my God, what am I going to do? My car note is due. How am I going to pay my bills? Well, you got a whole man. Is he provided? Is he going to be able to handle everything and hold it down until you can get back up on your feet? Can he do that? Because if he can't, why are you with him? Money is not everything in a relationship, but it plays a huge part. If somebody cannot support you only when you're down, and this is not long term, I'm saying you lost your job, you out, you know what I'm saying? You got a short check coming, but you need help with the other stuff. Can he take care of that? That is very, very important. If the tables was turned, if he lost his job, would you be able to take care of everything? If you guys cannot afford to take care of everything by yourself as an individual, then you're living outside of your means. If it takes 2 incomes to provide for your lifestyle, you guys are living outside of your means. You can't do that either. That puts a strain on the relationship. Money problems. A woman cannot be getting up every day, going out that door, going to work, bringing home the bacon, cooking the bacon, and the man is sitting in the same spot from when she left, when she get home. Like, what are you doing here? I just went out and slaved and you still in the same spot. That's trifling. And women can do it too. Your man go out and work every single day, come home, you still in the same spot as when he left. Like, you ain't even cleaned up. You just cut him off. That type of stuff, it won't work. Because it might work for you then, but I'm telling y'all, eventually you're going to get tired. You're going to be drained. Because you're doing all this. You can do that by yourself. So what's the point of this person being around? To do what for you? They can only do one thing. And really, you don't need that. So what else can you do for me? You're not providing. You're not doing nothing. You can do bad by yourself. If you're struggling and you alone, you doing it by yourself, and you keeping up with your bills, you working, you got your own car, you got you a good job, and you got somebody who's not working, what are they there for if they're not helping you out? And if it's not temporarily, they're just lost their job, that's the only excuse. That's the only excuse or laid off, that's understandable as well. Okay, he just got laid off, but he ain't had a job since y'all been together. Or he got a little hustle on the side, but is it paying some bills? Is it paying a car note? Like, this person has nothing to offer you. I mean, you can't help me put food in here. You can't cook the food. All you can do is sink my couch in on one side. I'm not interested. That type of stuff, y'all, look at it for what it is and cut them off. Cut it off just like that. Because the same way you got that person, the same way somebody way better who got more to offer, you will have them too. So don't ever feel like you just gotta settle. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 40. I don't care if you're 20. Do not settle. You know your worth. And if you don't know your worth, then you shouldn't be trying to date anyway. You need to be spending time on learning yourself and learning what you want. Because some people, like I said, some people want to be single, and that's okay. If you one of them people, then that's perfectly fine. But if you somebody who do want a relationship and you want it to last, you don't want to just be playing around, dating a couple guys. I mean, when you're single, you're trying to test the waters and see what's out there, see what this person got going on. But if you don't never cut off the other people and focus on one person, you're not going to really ever get to understand what's out here because you're not giving nobody a shot. You juggling multiple people. That gets tiring too. You trying to duck and dodge this person, or when you with this person, somebody else calling, like that. It's too much. That's too much of a hassle. Now, some people can do it successfully. That's their business. But that's not somebody that you want to be in a long-term relationship with. Somebody who's dealing with other people, like, that's real trifling and it's real immature. You need to be grown and with somebody who's on the same page as you. Because I'm telling y'all, men could be 60 and 70 and out here being trifling like they 15 or 20. And women can do the same thing, acting like she's sweet 16, when in fact, she just turned 42. That's real trifling. You can't be telling y'all, it's some trifling people out here. But you can't be doing stuff like that. When you want a relationship, you need to be asking all the questions in the beginning and listening for the answer. The question is not what's important. The answers are what's important. That is the key. Listening. You got to listen. You can't talk over somebody or, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry to cut you off. You can't do that because you're not going to never hear them. They're not going to hear you. When you ask a question, you need to be listening for the answer. Like I said, the situation about children, that's something serious. You knew that you wanted to be a mama, and this man said he didn't want children 5 years ago, and now you're expecting him to just, okay, let's have kids. Like, it's not going to happen. It don't work like that. Now, like I said, some people are willing to compromise, but that's not every single person. Again, that can have a strain on your relationship. Because it's like everybody around you having babies and you're feeling some type of way because you want that and you longing for that. But you knew this person said they didn't want to have kids. Or even like people get in relationships and now they want to be married. It's more so women. Some men want to be married too, but most women want to be married. So it's like, in the beginning, you know, you said, hey, well, do you want to be married? I asked that question too, because I know I want to be married. And like I always say, I'm not trying to get married tomorrow. I'm not trying to get married next week. But don't have me waiting on you for 10 years. I'm not going to be there to wait. I'm going to be with somebody else. Like, I don't have to wait. So know what you want. Know your worth. You have all this to bring to the table. And they should be able to match it or more. That's how it should work. It shouldn't just be one person bringing everything and the other person just reaping the benefits. No. Peace. That's it. If you see somebody going to be a leech like that, you better like that match and burn them off. Because who wants to do that? Like, I mean, taking care of another grown person, that's real trifling. Again, there's exceptions. Like I said, if they lost their job, if they ain't losing their job and they just trifling from the beginning, cut it off. It ain't gonna work. Or somebody who don't know how to talk to you respectfully. You know, like, where's my food? You ain't done cooking yet? Stuff like that. You don't need to be with somebody like that. I wish Will would. I wish he would. But me, I'm not going to do that. Again, I know my worth. I'm not going to let somebody disrespect me. But 9 times out of 10, if I'm married to somebody and they talking to me like that, I guarantee they were already doing that before y'all got married. So that's, again, you ignoring the red flags. Don't ignore the red flags. Do not, y'all. And when somebody tell you something, believe them. Listen. Listen. Don't think, oh, I can change his mind. I can change her mind. Do not think that. Maybe that work for some people, but 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen for you. Not for every situation. But again, yeah, just try to have more self-respect and self-love for yourself. Because when somebody see that you confident, like, you know, this woman, she ambitious, she got her own job, she got her own money. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to see what she want to do. Men like women who have their own. They don't want to be with somebody who they're going to have to always, they're going to be dependent on to do everything. Because if you don't have anything, and like I said, if your man lose his job, then what y'all going to do? Whether you're working or he's working, the bills is still going to be due on the first. So what you going to do? What you gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Y'all just gonna be homeless and go downtown to a shelter? No, because y'all got 2 kids. With the kids, you can't do that. You always have to, it's important to have your own money. Especially your own money. That is something so serious. It don't have to be a whole lot, but if it's enough to, like, look, he got one more check coming. I got $600-700 put in my savings. We're gonna make this work until he can get back on his feet. Or until we can get back on our feet. Because there's been times where we both wasn't working, you know. Stuff literally happens, y'all. Life happens. But don't be a leech. Don't be a leech. Don't be a leech. And don't let nobody leech off of you either. Like I said, if you got a leech, get out the blowtorch and burn it off. Because that leech ain't going nowhere unless you make it. So yeah, those are just a few relationship tips I wanted to share with you guys. I can keep going. I see this video is at like 28 minutes. That's ridiculous. And I can literally keep talking because I have so much more to say. If you guys want to hear more advice that I have, then like this video. Make sure you're subscribed. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, okay? And make sure all of them have subscribed successfully. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you guys were able to really think about what I said. And I mean, I laughed about a few things, but I'm so serious. This is not a game video. Like, this is real life. It's important to know your worth and to know what you want. You know, do you really want to be single? That's okay. You know, or is it a situation where maybe you've tried things and it didn't work, and so now you're just like, well, I'm cool off everybody because of this one person? You got to change that mindset too. But I'm gonna stop because I can keep going, y'all. That'll be another video. And yeah, I have dated other people. I don't even think I said that in my video, but I have dated other people before my husband, and it didn't work out. That's why we're not together, right? And that's okay. Stuff happens, but you have to pay attention. Like I said from the beginning, pay attention to stuff. And when somebody tell you something, you need to believe it and really hear it for what it is, because y'all laughing about it, but in reality it's real. It's really real. So yeah, guys, I love you so much. I really, really hope that I help people who maybe are younger than me and they're just entering the dating field, or you my same age and you struggling in that area, or maybe you a couple years older than me and you struggling in that area. I hope I said something that you can really think about and really value, because everything I said in this video, I mean from the bottom of my heart. Like, y'all, I'm serious. I'm genuine. I'm really serious about everything that I've said. I've seen some stuff. I've heard some stuff. I've done some stuff. So I know a little bit. And I know that you have to be serious and honest, like from the beginning. Just be that and make sure that you have your own money. I can't press that enough. You need to be able to bring something to the table as well. Like, if you a boss chick, you're going to attract a boss man. You know, maybe he got some other flaws, but maybe it's not so bad. You know, maybe it's something you'll be willing to accept or to deal with on a daily basis. But again, pay attention to the beginning, because even if you do have a guy who's on your level or maybe doing a little more than you, he might not have as much time as you want, and time could be important to you. But he got to make money. He has a job, he has a career, and so, you know, you guys have to really consider stuff like that. Just for real. So, okay, y'all, I'm not going to go on no more, because like I said, I can just keep going. I can talk a lot, as y'all see. I can talk a lot, especially about things like this. Something that I'm more advanced in. I'm a little bit wiser beyond my years, as I've been telling y'all. So I know some stuff for real. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here. I love you guys so very much. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.